Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, the honors to the elder apostles, where no song cites you out and teach all true sincerity. Um, this video is going to be called As You Freely Receive, You Freely Give. So I'm going to start this off in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 5. It says, These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. So not the 12 disciples, which became apostles, they went not to the heathens, because this knowledge, this wisdom, and understanding is only for Israel only. These scriptures are only for Israel only, not no other nation, because the Lord only dealt with Israel. So it is, you know, Yahushua, told them to go to Israel. Well, it basically makes sense, why Yahushua told them not to go to the Gentiles. This isn't for them. So anyway, verse 6, it says, But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So, basically you're supposed to go to the lost sheep, those Israelites that are amongst the heathen, or, are lost from the knowledge of their true heritage, and go and wake them out of that madness that they're under, and bring them back to who they really are, bring them back to serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, verse 7, And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Tell them that the kingdom of, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is at hand, that salvation is coming to our people, the children of Israel. It says, verse 8, Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils, freely ye have received, freely give. So we're supposed to heal them, cleanse them, raise them out of that dead state, cast out, devils, and freely give them this knowledge, because we freely received it. I'm going to Isaiah 55 and verse 1. Yeah, Isaiah 55 verse 1 says, um, um, "Oh, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye and buy and eat. Ye come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do ye spend money for which is not bread, and in your labor that which satisfied not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness." So we this knowledge can feed you mentally and spiritually, because the scriptures is living waters. You know, like Yahushua said, if you drink up this water, you shall never thirst again. So these scriptures, this word can fill you up, and can help you grow spiritually in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because the Christian church and all those other doctrines can't fill you up like the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua can. Like the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua can. Those other philosophies and those other things besides this truth is not gonna nourish you in the spirit, and because that doesn't satisfy your spirit. Because that, a lot of people in those Christian churches, they end up leaving them because they're not being taught properly what is properly written out the scriptures. You know, they're being taught, plantation Christianity, which doesn't satisfy our spirit. It doesn't give us any factual important knowledge to know. Because they understood the scriptures. They would know certain things they do in that wicked church. They would cut that off immediately and completely, uh, debunk having a church there anyway. Because a lot of things they do would be considered against the scriptures, you know. And these scriptures, could have your soul to grow. Because the Most High doesn't, uh, what's the word, cut off the the knowledge that you increase in. But anyway, I'm gonna go to Romans because we're basically presenting our body as a living sacrifice, and this is Romans 12 verse 1. It says verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercy of the Most High, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. So we're supposed to present our bodies as a living sacrifice unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, and freely, freely give away this truth. It says I'll go to Romans 11, because this this truth is for the nation of Israel, but it's also but it's more importantly for the elect in the nation of Israel, because all Israel is not going to get this truth and not going to take heed to this truth. Only the elect will, and only the elect will be delivered out of this wicked place called Babylon. This is Romans 11 verse 7 says, what then Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. So the only elect will obtain this knowledge that we freely give out, and will take heed to it and apply it. I'm going to Ecclesiasticus, which is Sirach 6 and 37. This is Ecclesiasticus 6 and 37, with Sirach 6 and 37 says, let thy mind be upon the ordinance of Yahweh, and meditate continually in his commandments, and he shall establish thy heart, and give thee wisdom at thy own desires. Because to go back to the Isaiah 55 verse 2, it says, let thy desire be in fatness. It says that. I don't want to butcher it, and y'all read it. Y'all read that again right quick. Because the Most High can give you wisdom at your desire. It says, because in Isaiah 55 verse 2, it says, wherefore do ye spend money that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfies not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good. Let your soul delight in fatness. Because if you read these scriptures and be diligent with these scriptures, with this word, The Most High could give you wisdom at your own desire. He can fatten your soul with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that He has. You know, um, I'm gonna go to Psalms 23 because this wisdom is the most important thing to have because it can bring you to a kingdom, and it's not you don't have to pay. You know, this wisdom is free. To obtain, and also Yahweh Bashem Yahshua has to open your eyes to know this knowledge and to understand it. Too. That's another point, most important point to know. Um, this is Psalms 23 verse 1. It says, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. It says, because we shall not want, because if Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is guiding us and feeding our spirit, we shall not want for anything. We shall not, there's no need to ask for, what's the word, food or anything, because if Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is uh, providing us, then we won't be lacking. It says, verse 2, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He laid, He leadeth me beside the still water, because we're Yahweh Bashem Yahshua's sheep, and He always provides for His sheep. And if you put sheep in a green pasture, they're straight. If you put them near green pastures and waters, they're straight. They got food, they got water, they're straight. The same with us. If the Yahweh Bashem Yahshua is with us or is protecting us and everything, we're straight. We have nothing to worry about. It says, verse 3, He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for His name's sake. So the Most High can restore your soul um, and lead us down a righteous path. It says, verse 4, Yea, though I walk in the valley, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. So, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, which this is the valley of the shadow of death, which is America, which is Babylon, we have no fear, of anything these wicked people, imagine against us to do, because we have Yahweh Bashem Yahshua with us. He's our rod, our staff that will comfort us. He's gonna guide us through those things that we gotta what's the word? Go through in here in this place, which is full of evil and death. It says, verse 5, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies, and because Yahweh Bashem Yahshua can prepare a feast, a table, um, and have our enemies be brought into our hands. You know, it says, Thou anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. And this knowledge, wisdom, understanding is the oil that's been anointed upon us. And, this wisdom can be increased with us. And our cup can be overflowed with this oil. Because, maybe give an example is the 10 virgins, five were wise, five were foolish, and the wise virgins um, didn't trim their lamps. They had the oil with them, and those virgins that were foolish, they didn't have the oil. So anyway, verse 6, it says, Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua forever. And if we continue, we Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, we shall uh, gain everlasting life, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord, of the king, in the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahshua forever. We shall receive those mortal bodies at the end. If we continue to labor and give out this word freely to 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 the elected nation of Israel, whoever that wants to take heed and get right with Yahweh Shem Yahshua. So I'm gonna say all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Kakadash, the honors to the elder, Apostle Greg Milson, and Sanctuary, you I can teach all truth, sincerity, and shalom.